Now, this is not me shitting on the film. This is just simply me being lazy to word my own synopsis for this movie and put my own spin and creativeness on it. So I'm just going to read off of what Google has for this movie. And if you're ready, here we go.
When LAPD detective Diego Hernandez is assigned to a career-making case investigating a vicious cartel, he uncovers links to his brother's supposed suicide and turf war that's about to swallow his neighborhood. Torn between playing by the book and seeking justice, he resurrects the masked street legend El Chicano. Now, out to take down his childhood buddy turned gang boss, he sets off a bloody war to defend his city and avenge his brother's murder.
Now that shit was epic. Now to go from my failed movie guy voice to reviewing this movie. First off, this movie did have a great story. I really did like that whole aspect. Even though it's been done before, I mean, you see it in comic books all the time. I really did enjoy it. And I guess you could say one really good aspect to the movie is that it didn't feel like it was over 2 hours. This movie is over 2 hours and it didn't feel like it. And that only happens with a movie that you actually enjoy or is actually good. The fight scenes were bad, but only due to the bad editing and shaky cam. I felt like if it had a little bit more time, maybe it's just because of the whole budget concern, because it is low budget, that maybe they could have had more time on the choreography, but yeah, it just didn't do it for me. But they did do well with the other action scenes that they was working with. Like I said, you could tell that it was low budget, but with those scenes, I really did like it. The acting was serviceable. There was nobody that was truly a huge standout. Not even George Lopez. Even though I love the George Lopez show or his sitcom, he didn't really stand out. Not even the main character, And I guess you could say that was a bad thing, but I mean, still, the acting was serviceable. It was passable. It was okay. And a lot of the writing, the dialogue was bad. I really just, I'm in the theater, when you're hearing bad dialogue and you just kind of like, it's kind of cringe. It wasn't super, super cringe, but it was like, yeah, they could have done that a little bit better. And one thing about this is that it did take too long for it to get to the title person. I felt like they could have got to it sooner. But I guess they had to set up, a lot of other elements, but that was just kind of like a negative for me. But as far as the fighting, I did say that a lot of it wasn't really good because of the whole shaky cam and editing. But the last fight I really did like. They did do good on that one. And just simply how it played out. And the characters weren't interesting. There was really no one that you can really latch on to except for like the title character. But that was just kind of like, a given. But still a plus because a lot of movies can't even get that right. And you can really tell that this movie was made to capitalize and market on the superhero genre because it's really sort of a big boom right now when it comes to the box office. It kind of, it could have been way better. But overall, it's still a enjoyable movie for the most part. I felt like they could have done way better when it came to the fighting, choreography, the dialogue and writing and everything else, acting and other elements. But I wasn't mad that I saw it. Now, I don't know if a part 2 is seriously possible, but I would really love to see it. But truly, I think that it should go on a streaming service rather than the big screen again, because if it has the same budget a little bit more or whatever, I feel like that's where it could more than likely thrive a little bit better, at least in the US market. And then maybe just kind of like do a little bit better on a lot of the elements that didn't work on the first film. And if it were to come out and actually be better than the first one, then I would be extremely happy. But as far as this movie goes, it is a miss, and I couldn't recommend this movie. But if you end up coming across it, it wouldn't hurt to check it out and just come up with an opinion for yourself. But it is what it is.